Hi, how can I help you? Hi, I saw online that you guys were doing a free caramel something with a dozen bagels. Yeah, it's a free frozen caramel if you get a dozen bagels. Okay, perfect. I'll do that. Okay, and then what bagels were you wanting? I'll do the plain and the chocolate chip. All right, so 6 of each? No, just one plain and one chocolate chip. Okay, you have 10 left. What else? What do you mean what else? I want one plain bagel and one chocolate chip bagel. That's it. Okay, so did you want to do the deal with the free frozen caramel? Yes, that's why I came in here and asked about it. Okay, so it's a free frozen caramel with a dozen bagels. So you have to pay for the dozen bagels and then you'll get the frozen caramel for free. I know, I heard you. Okay, then you have 10 bagels left to choose. I already picked out my dozen, so why do you keep asking me to pick more? Okay, how many do you think are in a dozen? There's 2 in a dozen, so I don't know why you keep asking me to order more bagels. I don't need however many you're trying to get me to order. I just need the 2 to get the deal, right? Okay, so that's why we're confused. A dozen is actually 12, not 2. No, it's 2. Okay, I'm not going to argue with how many you think a dozen is, but to get this deal, you have to order 12 bagels to get the frozen caramel. 12. 2. A dozen. But I don't need 12 bagels. Okay, that's fine. I can just ring you up for the plain and the chocolate chip bagel if you want, but the frozen caramel won't be free. So you're lying to people about the deals you have online. No, we're not. You know what? The only reason I came here was because of this deal, but if you're not going to honor it, I'll just leave. Thanks. Sure. This lady wasn't necessarily mean. She just didn't know what a dozen was, which, whatever, it happens. But to continue to try to argue with me about how many bagels she needs to order for this deal, I can't do it. Hi, how can I help you? Small Caesar, to go. Okay, perfect. Did you want a drink with that? No. Okay, no worries. What's the name for your order? I have a phone number with you guys. Okay, yeah, what's the phone number? You guys ask a lot of unnecessary questions, but it's 414-141-4151. All right, Cassidy, your total is $460 today. Here. Thank you. And they'll call your name when it's ready. Okay. Is there something I'm missing? The drink that I ordered, I need a cup to go fill up my drink. You didn't order a drink. When I asked, you said no. You've got to be joking. No, but I can ring you up for a drink. It's no problem. So let me get this straight. You ask all of these questions and you still can't get my order correct. Is that it? Look, I didn't charge you for a drink. So if you want a drink, I have to charge you for it. No, and at this point, I'm dissatisfied with your customer service, so I should be owed a free drink. No, I will not be giving you a free drink. I don't owe you a free drink. I asked if you wanted one. You said no. I did not charge you for a drink. So if you want a drink, I will gladly charge you and you can get the cup and go fill up your drink. If not, I would like to help the person behind you. Then I want to speak to a manager. I will not be doing that. If you want to call my manager later when we're not in the middle of a lunch rush and talk to him about this, you can definitely do so, but I will not be grabbing him right now. I will definitely be calling your manager and maybe even corporate because I am tired of this attitude that your generation has. And on top of that, I hope you either get written up or fired. Okay, they'll call your name when your food's ready. Hey Sam. Hey Jillian, I have some news. Good news or bad news? News. Okay, what's up? So you know how our manager Dave was looking for a new assistant manager? Yeah, did he find one? He did, and her first day is today and her name is Taylor. So hopefully she'll be better than the last one. Yeah, the last one I didn't actually see that much. She wasn't here very often. Yeah, she called in a lot. Anyway, but she'll be here in about an hour. All right, sounds good. Hi, are you Jillian? Yeah, hi, are you Taylor? Yeah, I am. What's your position here? Oh, I'm a cashier. Okay, great. And then who's that over there? Oh, that's Sam. You have 2 cashiers in the morning? Yeah, we do. Well, you guys really aren't that busy right now. Why would you need 2 cashiers? Because we're normally slammed in the morning, so 2 cashiers, honestly, isn't enough. Okay, well, it's only 9 a.m. right now. I really don't think we need 2 cashiers until probably 10. I promise, it's just a little slow right now. We do need 2 cashiers. Well, don't worry. I'll just talk to Dave about it, and we'll see if we can maybe just have 1 cashier until 10. I do think that would help with payroll. I thought today was your first day. Oh, yeah, I came in yesterday to look at, the paperwork, payroll, everything like that, because I'm the assistant manager, so I need to know those things. And I don't see a reason why we need 2 cashiers until 10 a.m. You do realize that would only leave 1 cashier from when we opened at 7 until 10. That is 3 hours by ourselves doing register and barista at the same time. Well, don't you have a barista person? Yes, but they also work as a second cashier. That's why we need 2 people in the morning. You know, I'll talk to Dave about it, and we'll figure it out. You don't need to worry about it. Okay. Oh, also, you need to go put the jewelry that you have on away. Huh? You work in food service, so you're not allowed to have jewelry on, so I need you to go put it away. I don't work with food, I'm only a cashier, so I am allowed to wear jewelry. According to who? Dave, the general manager? Okay, well, I will be going over that with him also, I guess. So, you just continue what you're doing. What? Hey, I saw you were talking to Taylor. How'd it go? It's not gonna go well. What do you mean? You had like a 5-minute conversation with her. And based on those 5 minutes, I don't like her. And what did she do? I'll tell you about it later, but all I know is this is not gonna go well. Hi, how can I help you? Hi, yeah, I ordered from DoorDash yesterday and they brought me somebody else's order. Like it was the completely wrong order. So I was hoping to get a refund on that. Oh, that sucks. Okay, yeah, of course I can get you a refund. What's the name on your order? Great, it's under Shelly Johnson. All right. Okay, I found it and I went ahead and refunded. It will take a few days to go back on your card, but it refunded the $28. Great, what about the rest? I'm sorry, the rest? Yeah, like the money I tipped the driver, the service fee, the delivery fee. I spent like another $15. Where's that money? We actually don't get that money. That goes to DoorDash and the driver, so you're gonna have to contact them. But you said you refunded my order. Yes, I did refund the order, but that's only for the food. That's not for the tip, the service fee, or the delivery fee. So you're saying that I drove all the way out here just to get, what, $28 back? So like I said, there's nothing I can do. The only thing I can do is give you the number to DoorDash, and then you can call DoorDash. This is absolutely, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and get me the number. Yeah, okay, let me go ahead and grab that number. It's right here. Let me write it down for you. All right, here you go. This is the last time I order something from you guys because not giving me my full refund is ridiculous. Ma'am, I just want to clarify. I gave you all the money that we got from your order back to you. The rest, DoorDash is holding on to, and I can't give you that money back because I don't have that money. So you have to call DoorDash because you ordered through DoorDash, and they will hopefully help you. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. I'm not coming here again. Okay. So 2 things. Number 1, please keep in mind that our orders sit on a counter. And so all the DoorDasher has to do is like come pick up the order. So he picked up the wrong one, which happens. But the lady left a review saying that she ordered from us through DoorDash and we wouldn't give her back her like full payment because we said we didn't have the service fee, the delivery fee, and the tip when we really didn't have it. So.
Hey, Sam. Hey, are you ready for the next story? Well, not yet. I haven't been told the next story by... Oh, no. It's my turn to tell the story. What do you mean? Well, yesterday was your day off. Guess who came in? Abby? And so instead of you having a story for me, I have a story for you. Are you gonna act it out like I do? Of course. What do you think this is? Good point. Okay, well, go ahead. Hi, thanks for calling the place I work at. This is Sam. How can I help you? Hi, I just picked up an order and it's horrible and it's completely wrong. Okay, do you have the order number that I could look up? Why do you have to look up the order number? Because we get a lot of online orders, and so it'll be easier if I just get your order number so I can look up your order. Or you could just fix the order so I can come in and grab it. Well, I can't fix the order unless I know what's wrong with it, and I'm not going to fix it until I know you actually ordered. So I need your order number. Please. I'm not giving you my order number. Okay, well, I guess this phone call ends here. You have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh. Hi, thanks for calling the place I work. This is Sam. How can I help you? Hi, you just hung up on me. Still need help. Okay, well, unless I get your order number, I can't help you. Fine. It's 612-3645. Okay, let me see. That order was from 2 weeks ago under Abby? Yeah. As in that Abby used to work here, Abby? So? Okay, well, that solves that. I'm done helping you. You've been completely rude, and you've already been trespassed here, so you can't come in anyway. So, I'm not helping you. Goodbye. Hi, thanks for calling the place I work at. This is Sam. How can I help you? If you don't help me over the phone, I'm going to come in there and you have to help me. If you do, you'll be arrested because you've already been trespassed. If you come on the property, you will, like I said, be arrested. Yeah, whatever. I'll be there. Okay. And scene. So what happened? Did she show up? Did Officer Sean come? Did he arrest? Like, what happened? Well, right after that phone call, I called Officer Sean with the WPD. He showed up, we gave him a free coffee, and he just sat there and waited for her to show up because we knew she would. And the minute she walked in, she got arrested. I cannot believe she came back after everything that happened. Oh, I know, but somehow I'm just not surprised. Me neither. Hi, thanks for calling the place I work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you?
Oh, finally. Are you the cafe across from the Orange Hotel?
Yes, we are.
Was that a question or a statement?
Yes, we're the cafe across from the Orange Hotel. How can I help you?
Yeah, so I can't get through to anyone at the front desk of my hotel.
Okay.
So I need you to run across the street and let them know that I need them.
Excuse me?
I want you to let them know that I'm out of toilet paper and clean towels. Sir, I'm in room 214. Please do it ASAP. Sir, look, I'll order something later and tip you, okay? No, I'm not gonna. Thanks, sweetheart. What just happened? Like 20 minutes later. Thank you for calling the place that I work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you? Yeah, excuse me. Are you the one that I talked to earlier? I'm not sure. Where I asked you to go to my hotel's front desk and tell them I needed help? Yeah, that was me, but why has no one come up to my room? Sir, I tried to tell you earlier, I am not walking over to your hotel to tell the front desk something that you can walk down and tell them. On top of that, if you can't get a hold of them through phone call, maybe try again a little bit later. You're customer service, right? Yes. Well, I'm a customer and I asked you to do one simple thing, and I bought a drink from you guys like 3 days ago. The least you could have done was go over to my hotel and do what I asked. Sir, I don't care if you bought a drink from us 2 days ago. We made the drink. That was our job. Our job is not your personal servant. Goodbye. He didn't call again. I just want to let you know that if you would have done a better job with the customer, they wouldn't have been as upset with you. I actually think I did a great job. Wow, you're really full of yourself, aren't you? Thanks. Have a terrible day. I think your customer was probably upset about this reason. I disagree. It says in the video why the customer was upset. Well, I don't think that's right, and I'm trying to give you more insight. Okay, then let's agree to disagree, I guess. Wow, okay, there's no need to be rude. I wasn't trying to be rude, I was just being like, you have your own opinion and I have my own opinion and we're probably not going to agree. Well, maybe you should be nicer. No hate or anything, but I keep seeing your little Bloom ads on my For You page and I don't like it, so you should stop doing them. Okay, well, if you don't like it, that's totally fine. But I do suggest not commenting under those videos because then more of those videos will go to your For You page. Huh, well, at least they listened. For once, can you show a product in a video that you're not being paid to promote? The perfume bottle I use by the Seven Virtues that I use as a phone sometimes, I'm not being paid to put that in a video. Of course you mentioned that. That's something else you want to be paid to use. You asked for an example. I was just giving you an example. Sell out. I've worked in customer service for over 10 years and I have never had this many Karens. So maybe it's you. That's awesome that you've never had that many Karens. That's great. Well, you're obviously lying. I'm not, but okay. I'm just telling it like it is. Okay. Stop trying to act like you have curly hair. You don't. I'm not acting. This is just how my hair wants to go. Well, you need to stop. How? Hey, Sam, good morning. Hey, girl, good morning. How was your vacation? It was very relaxing. Anything new that I should know about? Not really. Let's see. Got a few new drinks on the menu. We got a new coworker, and you look really great today. Hang on. Did you just give me a good news sandwich? A what? It's where you take good news on top, good news on bottom, and bad news in the middle to make the bad news sound not so bad. Oh, then yeah, 100%. What do you mean we're getting a new coworker? Well, when I say getting, I mean we've already gotten her, and when I say we already got her, I mean she pretty much came the next day. Like right after you went on vacation, she started working here. Okay, you know our track record with just new employees in general. How is she? She? He? She? You know, I just think we should talk about something else. Maybe talk about this at the end of the shift, you know? Why? Do you remember Adelaide? You mean the coworker I had when I left for college? She came in, then when I came back 3 months later, she just thought I didn't know how to do anything, and she thought she knew my job better than me, even though I had worked there 3 years at that point, and she had worked there 3 months? Yes, I remember her. Why? Adelaide 2.0. No. Yep. Oh no. And the best news is she came from another store, so she pretty much knows how to do everything already, which means you don't have to train her. Okay, but does that mean that she's going to watch the things that I do and then correct them if she thinks they're wrong? Yeah, 100%. She's already done it to me twice. She's not here till tomorrow though, so yay. Great. All right, here's your blueberry and banana smoothie. Is there yogurt in this? Yes. There is. I'm vegan. What do you not understand about that? Ma'am, I know you're vegan. That's why I asked if you want to swap out the yogurt in the smoothie with almond milk or oat milk. You told me no. I asked you again. You told me no. I asked you a third time and I told you that there was yogurt in the smoothie and you said you did not care about the damn yogurt. Just put it in the drink and make it how it's originally made. So that's what I did. That is why there's yogurt in your drink. But I told you I'm vegan and I told you there was yogurt in the smoothie. Okay, yes, I know you told me that, but I thought it was like almond yogurt or something. No. There's a reason why I said Greek yogurt is in the smoothie, and I asked if you wanted to trade it out for some non-dairy milk. Well, I can't drink that, so... Okay. Just make me another smoothie. You know what? No. I'm not making you another smoothie. You have to. I'm a paying customer. You were a paying customer. You wanted a super sweet smoothie to begin with. I told you which one was super sweet. You ordered the exact opposite of what I told you, and then you said you didn't like it because it wasn't sweet. And then the second, you ordered something with dairy in it, even though you're vegan. I told you multiple times that there was dairy in this smoothie, and I can take it out, no problem. And you said, put it in. So you're not a paying customer anymore. Unless you pay for another smoothie, which I'm not taking your money at this point because I'm not making you another smoothie. Why? Because at this point, I'm just wasting produce, making you smoothies that you're just going to throw away. So if you want, you can go somewhere else, but I will not be serving you anymore today. You're absolutely ridiculous for doing that. I'm the ridiculous one. Okay. All right, you know what? Go ahead and please leave. Not without a refund. The only thing that you'll be getting back is the smoothie that I threw away. I'm not giving you any money back. Then I'm never coming back here. That's fine. Bye. So some of you wanted to know a story about when an employee was rude to me instead of a customer, and I have one of those. So here's that. So in the story, I went out to breakfast with my fiance's mom, and my fiance's sister. And we went to Homegrown. If you don't know what that place is, it's kind of like a bougier breakfast place. This place is notoriously busy, so we made a reservation online for 11 a.m. We got there at 10:45. We went up to the host stand, and they're like, hey, your table's not ready yet. Give us your phone number, and we'll text you when it's ready. So we gave them our phone number, and we went to wait outside. We were literally waiting on benches outside, just hanging out, talking. So around 10 minutes later, it's 10:55, and we get a text that our table's ready. So we go up to the host stand, and it's a different host than the previous one we had talked to. And I'm standing there, and the host is talking to one of her coworkers. She looks at me, she looks back at her coworker, and keeps talking. And, I'm just going to stand there because I don't know what they're talking about. It's none of my business to just, interrupt her. So I'm just going to wait patiently. So I'm waiting there for probably a minute and a half, and she finally looks at me and says this. Can I help you? Yeah, we got a text that our table's ready. Since you guys took so long to come up here, I'm not sure if we'll have that table ready anymore. We were just sitting outside. We literally came in within 10 seconds of getting that text. Well, we sent that text 2 minutes ago, and I'm just now talking to you, so I'll just go see if your table's ready. Keep in mind that we were literally waiting at the host stand for her to finish her conversation because we weren't going to interrupt because that's rude, and now she's blaming us for taking too long. We found a table. Follow me. We ended up following her. She sat us down, she gave us our menus, and didn't say another word. Now, to be fair, I don't know if this girl was just having a really tough day. I'm not going to blame her for that at all because we all have tough days. But for her to literally tell us that we took too long, even though within 10 seconds we were at the host stand waiting on her to finish her conversation, is a little crazy to me. But either way, we sat down, we got our food. It was great, as always. So just thought I would tell you guys that little story because I think it's funny. Also, I just want to let you guys know that I posted a story time on my other account, perfume.jpg, about a man who had texted me something really gross. So I think you guys should go watch that.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, that picture up there, what is that?
On our menu, that is our bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich.
Okay, and how much is that?
$4.95.
Okay, then I'll do that.
All right, and then for here to go today.
For here.
Perfect. Did you have a rewards card with us?
No, why is it $5.13?
Oh, because
You said it was $4.95.
yes, the original price is $4.95, but
Okay, then I'd like to be charged $4.95. I don't know why you're trying to charge me more when you told me the original price just now was $4.95.
hi, how can I help you?
Yeah, I just want a Caesar salad with no onions. Well, actually, our Caesar salad doesn't even come with onions, so there will definitely be no onions on that salad. What else? I said a Caesar without onions. Yes, ma'am. I got it. Caesar without onions. Gotcha. Actually, I meant Greek. So you want a Greek without onions, correct? No, I just want a Greek salad. Okay, just to be clear, you're ordering a Greek salad with onions. There will be onions on your salad. Yeah. And then I'll take a grilled cheese, and that's it. Well, all right. It's going to be $12, and your food will be out in a minute.
20 minutes later.
Excuse me, ma'am. Yeah, is everything okay? You messed up our entire order. Oh, okay. What did I mess up on? I ordered a Greek without onions and a grilled cheese. The grilled cheese was cold, and there was onions on my salad. I had already been yelled at by multiple customers, so I just decided to let this one slide and just give it to them without argument. Oh, okay. Weird. I must have misheard you. I will go remake that for you. Thanks. All right, well, here's that remade food. Thanks.
A few hours later.
Hi, thanks for calling the place I work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you? Yeah, so we came in earlier. Our order was completely wrong. I had you guys remake it. The food was still cold and the salad was still wrong. So can you give me a refund? Is this the person who ordered the Greek salad and the grilled cheese? Yes. Okay, I'm not going to be giving you a refund today. Is there anything else you needed? You can't just not give me a refund. I need the refund. Ma'am, you came in, you ordered your food. I repeated the order back to you 3-4 different times. Then you came up to me and said it was completely wrong. We remade the entire thing. And then you sat there in our restaurant, ate the entire thing, and then left. And now you're saying that you want a refund because the food wasn't right. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be giving you a refund. You ate the first meal that you said was completely wrong, and then you ate the second meal, and now you're saying that's wrong. No, I'm not giving you a refund. What was wrong with the second meal anyway? There weren't any onions on my salad. Yeah, you're not getting a refund. You have a great day, though. Hi, thanks for calling the place that I work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you? Hi, I was wondering if you had any of your quiches left. If you do, did you want me to set one aside for you? No, that's okay. Okay, what time will you be in? Why? Well, we only have a few left, and if you don't want me to set one aside for you, we may run out by the time you get here. Just don't run out. Well, like I said, I can set one aside for you. What flavor would you like? I don't need you to set one aside for me. I will be there in a little bit. Goodbye. Okay. Like 2 hours later. Hi, how can I help you? Hi, I called earlier about a quiche. Okay. And the girl who I talked to said you guys still had some, so I would like to buy one of those. Yes, I was the one who you talked to, and unfortunately we ran out an hour ago. But I called and asked to make sure you guys had some, and you said you did. Yes, we did have some when you called, but I specifically told you that if you didn't put one aside, we may sell out before you get here, and that's exactly what happened. But I called and asked. You should have put one aside for me whether or not I wanted it. No, I was not going to do that, and I don't have to do that because, number one, we have 4 different kinds of quiches. I was not going to put one of each back for you. And number 2, you didn't even tell me when you were going to show up. You said you'd be there soon, but that was 2 hours ago. So I was not going to do that. If you want to put one aside, you can, but you have to tell me that. I did. I called to see if you guys had any, which you did, obviously implying that I wanted one. Unless you specifically tell me which flavor you want, and then when you're coming to pick it up, I'm not going to set anything aside for you. That's ridiculous. So next time, if you want one, all you have to do is call and say, hey, I want to put this aside for this time under this name, and we will gladly do it for you. Would you like to do that for tomorrow morning when we have more? Am I actually going to get my food this time? Well, if you give us a name, tell us what time you're picking it up, and give us the flavor that you want, yes, you will get it. Fine, my name is Trisha. I'll take the broccoli and cheese one for $10.30 tomorrow. All right, I have that down. That's going to be $5. Here. Thank you. And that broccoli and cheese quiche will be ready at 10:30 for you tomorrow. Great. The next day. Hi, how can I help you? I'm here to pick up my quiche for Trisha for 10:30. Yep, here it is. You're good to go. You were the one who helped me yesterday. Tell me why I had to go ahead and order it ahead of time, even though you have like 7 quiches still sitting here. The reason you call ahead and ask for us to put one aside is so nobody can come in and buy all of them. Because you went ahead and you called in and put one aside, if someone had come in and ordered all 7 of these, I wouldn't be able to give them all 7. I would only be able to give them 6 because you ordered the last one and we wouldn't be sold out when you get here. Well, I just think you need to make enough and then you wouldn't have to worry about this. Thanks for the tip. So just a quick little note, for the entire month of April, I will be posting every single day because I'm trying to make a whole bunch of money from TikTok so I can pay off my student loans. So if you want to help with that, you can like, comment, share the video. And if you want to help me personally, my Venmo is in my bio, but honestly, just liking or watching this video is enough. Thank you. Hi, thanks for calling the place I work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you? Hi, I need to place a curbside order. So we don't do curbside orders over the phone, but if you want, you can go ahead and do it online. But I already have you on the phone, so can I just order it with you and just make it curbside? Like I said, we don't do curbside over the phone. And why not? So there's a few different reasons, but the main reason is just because when you order curbside online, you get a little button that you can push whenever you're here, and that's when we know to bring out your order. I can just call you and let you know that I'm here. Like I said, I don't take curbside orders over the phone. If you want, you can do a phone-in order, or you can order curbside online. Fine, I'll just do a phone-in order. Okay, no problem. Are you going to pay over the phone or pay when you get here? I'll pay when I get there. Okay, no problem. What can I get for you? Can I have 2 large chicken noodle soups, and that's going to be it. Okay, no problem. That will be $10 when you get here. And what's a good name for the order? Olivia. Alrighty, Olivia, I got that. And then when were you wanting to pick that up? Like 20 minutes from now? Alright, I will have it ready in 20 minutes. About 20 minutes later. Hi, thank you for calling the place I work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you? Hi, yeah, I'm here to pick up my curbside order. Okay, no problem. What was the name on that? It's under the name Olivia. Hi, Olivia. I'm actually the one who helped you, and you placed a phone-in order, and so you do still have to come in and pay for it and grab it. Okay, but it's pouring rain. Okay. And personally, I don't really want to get soaked, so I'm hoping you'll just come out here and grab my money and bring me my order. If you would have ordered curbside, I would have been able to do that for you, but because you did not and you did a phone-in order, you have to come in and pay for your food and grab it yourself. Well, that's ridiculous. If you're not going to come bring it out to me, then I'm not coming in and grabbing it. Okay, have a good day. Excuse me. Yes, hello, how can I help you? Someone just hung up on me as I was trying to tell them about my order. Are you Olivia? Yes, were you the one I was speaking to? Yeah, I figured the conversation was done because you told me that you were not going to come in and grab your food or pay for it. Was there something else? Well, I'm here now. Can I have my food? Yes, I got it right here. You just have to pay for it. Here. Thank you so much. Here is that food for you, and you have a great day. Next time, I'm ordering curbside. Sounds like an awesome idea. I have decided to never set foot in my UPS store ever again. So I just went to pick up a package at my UPS store, and I walk in and there's a line of 3 people, with me being the 4th person. And then about 5 seconds later, a gentleman walks in behind me and is in line behind me. So it's 3 people, me, this gentleman. The 3 people who are in front of me are in front of the wall of mailboxes, mine being one of them, and I have to get to that to be able to open it, grab my slip of paper that I have to then sign to hand to a UPS worker to get my package. So 2 out of the 3 people in front of me have been helped, so now it's a woman in front of me, that can scoot up and now reach to my mailbox, and a gentleman behind me. Now keep in mind, I am in line, and all I had to do to get to my mailbox was open my mailbox, grab my slip, close it, turn back. I didn't have to move my feet. I didn't have to get out of line. Once the lady in front of me was helped, it was my turn. So I go up to the counter. I have to sign this slip of paper. So I grab a pen at the counter, sign my thing, put the pen back, and wait. I'm literally waiting for somebody to help me because I'm next. So a few seconds go by, and this UPS worker comes up and says, I can help whoever's next. The lady in front of me had been helped, so now it's my turn. I have my slip of paper, and I walk the 2 steps up to the counter to hand this man my slip of paper. At the exact same time that I kind of step up, the dude behind me also steps up because he thinks that he's next, even though I've been in front of him the entire time. Just a little misunderstanding, completely fine. And so I turn around because I'm already at the counter. I turn around and I say, oh, I'm so sorry to the dude behind me for the miscommunication. And I go and I say to the UPS worker, I'm just here to pick up a package. And he goes, and takes my slip of paper and goes, you really just cut him. After he says this, I am in complete disbelief that he actually said that. And so my brain is trying to comprehend what to say, but it's taking too long. So all I did was go, it looks something like this. I'm just here to pick up a package. You really just cut him. So as my brain is trying to comprehend what just happened, the man takes my slip and he goes out from around the counter and goes into this workroom sort of situation where they keep all the packages. And so while he's in there, my brain finally catches up and I say, oh, wait, no, I didn't. And he comes out, hands me my package and goes, have a nice day. And I just take my package and I leave. And I'm still confused about the whole entire thing because I know for a fact that this poor man behind me did not mean to try to cut me or anything like that. It was literally just a miscommunication on who was first, which was fine, it happens. But the UPS worker literally saying that loud enough for everyone to hear was so embarrassing, especially because I didn't do it. But anyway, so that's why I'm never stepping foot in my UPS store again. Hi, good morning. How can I help you? Hi, what kind of smoothies do you have? We have the strawberry banana, our super cherry, and then our green passion. I think I'll do the green passion. Okay, great. Did you have a rewards card with us? No. No problem. That'll be $2 today. Here. Thank you. And then what's the name for the order? Jessica? All right, Jessica, thank you so much. And then we'll call your name when it's ready. Okay. I have a green passion smoothie for Jessica ready at the barista counter. I have a green passion smoothie for Jessica ready at the barista counter. Excuse me. Yeah, hi, how can I help you? It's been 10 minutes and I still don't have my smoothie. Oh, they called it a few minutes ago. It's right there on the counter for you. Where? Right here. I ordered a smoothie, not whatever this green drink is. Yes, you ordered the green passion, and that is what that is. Why is it green? Because it has spinach in it. That's what makes it green. I am not drinking a smoothie with spinach in it. Who puts spinach in a smoothie? It's actually really good. A lot of places have a green passion drink on their menu, and the spinach, you can barely taste it. Like I said before, I am not drinking a smoothie that has leaves in it. Thank you. Okay, so did you want to do a different smoothie? No, I want a refund because I don't trust a business that puts spinach in a smoothie and thinks it's okay. Okay, well, here is that $2 back. Thanks. And while you're at it, take that smoothie off the menu. It's disgusting. Take you, maybe. Okay. Welcome. Not you again. Can I get somebody different to help me? What? You helped me last week and you didn't do your job correctly and my order was wrong. So can I get somebody else to help me? Okay, well, small problem. I've never seen you before. You literally don't remember who I am? No. What day did you come in? Do I really have to jog your memory? You don't have to. I could just take your order. Like I said, I don't want you to help me because you can't do your job correctly. You helped me last Tuesday and you got my order wrong. Okay, I don't work Tuesdays or Thursdays. I have class, so it couldn't have been me that helped you last Tuesday. No, it was definitely you. Okay, well, there's no one else that can help you right now. I'm the only cashier, so what can I do for you? Like I said, I want someone else. Ma'am, like I said, there's no one else that can help you but me. I am the only cashier right now, so if you're not going to order, I'm going to ask you to step out of line. That's ridiculous. There has to be someone else. What about her? Me? I'm busy. She's also busy. I am the only one that can help you. What can I get for you? You know what? Fine. I'll just get the same thing as last Tuesday, which was, I'll just get a barbecue sandwich. We don't have a barbecue sandwich. Yes, you do. I got it last Tuesday. Ma'am, where do you think you are right now? The barbecue place? Okay, ma'am, this is a coffee shop, not the barbecue place. We don't even have a barbecue place near us. You guys don't even have what I want anyways, so never mind. So after that lady left, I watched her go back and get into a car with another person who was driving. So she wasn't driving. I don't think she was all there with her memory. So hopefully she's doing better now, but that was a weird conversation. So I went to go pick up my lunch today, and as I'm walking up to the register, there's a woman already there, and she is taking her debit card and hitting the screen of the pin pad to try to get her payment to go through. And this was the conversation that followed that. So you're gonna have to insert your card. And how was I supposed to know that? Because the screen tells you to insert your card. There, did that work? Yep, now it's just gonna ask you what receipt type you want. No thanks, I'm not answering any more questions. Do you have my food or not? Yep, here you go. 2 salads, 1 hot sandwich, all boxed separately in 1 bag. So my 3 salads are in here? No, your 2 salads and your 1 hot sandwich is in there. That's what I said. Then yes, they're in there. Okay, well the bag is tied, so how am I supposed to know that there's 3 different containers in that bag? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Great. So this woman walks away and then it's my turn, so I go up and before I can even say hi, this is what happens. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Excuse me. Yes. Is there something hot in this bag? Yes, that would be the hot sandwich you ordered. Is there a reason that you put my hot sandwich with my 2 cold salads? I don't want my salads to be hot. Yes, because even though we packaged them all separately and they're in their separate containers, we thought that it would be very inconvenient to carry out 3 separate containers instead of just 1 bag with everything in there. Okay, well, I don't want all my salads getting hot. She proceeds to rip open the bag, take all the containers out, take all the silverware, the napkins, everything that they had packaged up, and put it on the counter, scoot the plastic bag that she had ripped towards the cashier and say this. Are you going to get me another bag? Did you want another bag? Yeah. What are you looking at? Now she's talking to me, and I don't work here, so I'm making sure that I say something. I'm just wondering why you didn't ask her for another bag nicely. Excuse me? Oh, sorry. I'm wondering why you didn't ask her for another bag nicely. Well, that's none of your business. Then you shouldn't have asked. What? I said then you shouldn't have asked. You asked what I was looking at, and I answered. If you didn't want my response, you shouldn't have asked. She then proceeds to take the new bag that the cashier had given her, put everything back in the new bag, like they had it before, silverware and everything, say thank you, and leave. She left all of her trash, the ripped bag, she left that all on the counter, didn't take care of that, just left. After she left, I went up and I paid, and I didn't say anything to the cashier. Cashier didn't say anything to me, and I left with my food. Hi, thanks for calling the place I used to work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you? Yeah, hi, sweetie. So I placed an order online, and I'm wondering if you can help me out. Yeah, I can try my best. What was the name on the order? Yeah, the name on it is Kayla. Alrighty, well, let me go ahead and see if we have that order in our system. Alright, I found the order. It's for next week? Yes, that's it. Okay, yeah, so what seems to be the problem? Well, silly me, silly Kayla. I completely forgot to put some of our items that we wanted on that order. Oh, okay, that's no problem. I do have a few options. Number 1, I can go ahead and just cancel the order and you can go ahead and reorder it with the items you forgot. Number 2, oh, no, sweetie, I think you're misunderstanding me. Oh, okay. My bad. What were you needing help with? Well, our order was over $300, and we were just hoping that the stuff we forgot, we could just tell you and it would just be on you guys. Wait, so you want us to pay for the stuff that you forgot on your own order? Yes, that'd be great. Thank you so much for offering. Ma'am, no, I'm not offering, and I unfortunately can't do that. Like I was saying, the only thing I can do is cancel your order and have you reorder it with the stuff that you forgot, or you can go ahead and just make a separate order and I'll make a note to put them together when you come pick it up. Okay, well, we've already spent a lot of money at your establishment that we picked you guys specifically for our lunch. So it would be really great if this would just be on you guys. And I really, really appreciate you guys spending your money here, but you didn't have to spend that much money at our establishment. You could have gone somewhere else. And again, I can't give you free food just because you forgot to put it on your order. Well, that's a little bit ridiculous, don't you think? Actually, no, I don't think so. If we started doing that for you, we would have to do it for everybody, and our business would probably go downhill very quickly. So, out of the two options that I gave you, which one would you like to choose? You know what? Actually, you can go ahead and just cancel the entire order. We will not be reordering with you guys because of this snobby answer you just gave me. So go ahead and just cancel it. Ma'am, just because I told you no, that we were not going to pay for the items that you forgot on your own order, does not mean it was a snobby response. But I will go ahead and cancel that order for you, okay? Well, aren't you upset that you're losing a customer? No, not at all. Have a great day. Well, hello? Thanks for calling the place I used to work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you? You just hung up on me. Yes, I did, given the fact that we came to a solution about your order and you wanted to cancel it, and then you tried to start yelling at me, so I decided that I was just going to hang up on you. Was there something I was missing besides your complaint? Well, Nope. That's it. Have a great day. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with saying hi or hello when someone walks in, but for me personally, every time I said hi or hello at my old job, I would either get ignored or people couldn't figure out who was talking to them, so they would just kind of look around for a second and then walk away. But when I started saying welcome in, people, one, figured out who was talking to them, and two, actually would say something back to me. But obviously it's a personal preference, so if you want to say hi or hello when someone walks in, that's completely fine. But I was tired of being ignored, and so that's why I say welcome in. It's just longer and people have more time to think about it and respond rather than just kind of looking around for a second and walking away. Okay, I'm going to try to explain this as simple as I can for the people who are still missing the point of my last video. This is stupid. She's right. Why do you need my phone number for a sandwich? Jesus, customer courtesy totally dead. The reason why I ask questions is because I want your order to go smoothly and I want the order to come out correct. You can give me all of the fake information you want as long as your order is correct and you're telling me what you want. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I just have to ask the questions so you can answer them so I can move on. That is it. As for the personal information, I have to ask if you have a rewards account. If you don't, or you don't want to share your phone number, you don't have to. That is completely fine. I just have to ask and you have to answer so I can move on. The whole reason the person in my last video gave me their phone number was because they had a rewards account. That's it. If you don't want to give me your personal information, if you want to tell me that you don't have a phone, if you want to tell me your phone was lost in the 1800s, it doesn't matter. As long as you answer the question, I can move on. As for the name, I have to ask for a name because I have to know who to call when the food is ready. If you don't feel like giving me your name because you feel like it's too personal, completely fine. Just give me your dog's name, your friend's name, a movie character. As long as I have a name to call when your food is ready, we're good to go. Well, I would have given you my phone number if I had a rewards account, so you don't have to ask. Oh, I wish that was true. I have had people make me cancel the entire order, refund them, and redo the entire thing because I did not ask if they had a rewards account and they forgot to tell me. So again, one more time, the entire point of my last video is I ask questions, you guys answer them, so your order comes out correct and your order goes as smoothly as possible. You can give me all of the fake information in the world as long as you tell me how you want your sandwich and it's correct in the way you want it. Perfect. That's all I need. And yes, I know the questions get annoying. You only have to hear them once. I have to ask them for every person who comes in, but it's my job, so I really don't mind. But if you don't like hearing those questions, either order online so you don't have to hear them, or you can already know the answers to the questions, so when you come in, you can just answer them in your order, so then all I have to do is tell you your total. That's the whole point. I ask, you answer, that's it. So I hope this makes sense, and I hope this clears some things up. So I saw that you commented this, and I was racking my brain trying to figure out why you would say something like this. So I went to your profile, saw that you were following me, and then I put 2 and 2 together that you just wanted a hair care routine and you didn't know how to ask. So this video is for you. It is a hair care routine, but for everybody else who wanted a skincare routine, that is also in this video. And as this person requested, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my hair care routine first. So before I even get into the shower, about 30 minutes before, I will use the Mael Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Oil, which is what I have in my hair in the last video. So that's why my hair is oily, but honestly, oily hair is nothing to be ashamed of. And once I'm in the shower, I use the JVN Hydrating Shampoo and Conditioner. This is the Nurture line, which smells amazing. And then once a week, I do use the Deep Moisture Mask, which is this one by the same line. After that, once I get out and I towel dry my hair, I will go in with the JVN Conditioning Mist and this Perfect Texture Leave-In Conditioner by Nature Lab. I use both of them. I don't really have a rhyme or reason for that one. And then once my hair is completely dry, I will go ahead and go in with one of these hair oils. This one is the Day Prickly Pear Hair Oil, and then this one is the Jizu Honey Infused Hair Oil. I love both of these equally, and they both smell amazing. And then moving on to my skincare routine, the first thing I start with is the Green Clean Cleansing Balm by the pharmacy. I love this. It works really well, and it doesn't leave that film that other cleansing balms leave, I feel like. And then once I'm done with that, I will wash my face with the Shea Moisture African Black Soap. I'm not going to show you guys that. It's in my bathroom, but it's on its last leg, so it's looking a little gross. And then once my face is dry, I go in with the Pharmacy Deep Sweep 2% BHA Cleaning Toner. I love this. And once that has kind of soaked in, I will use the Pharmacy Honey Halo Ceramide Moisturizer. I love this. Since it's getting colder here, my skin likes to get dry patches, but so far that hasn't happened while I've been using that. So once all of that is done, I think this is one of the most important parts, which is the Mighty Patch. I love these. I kind of tore through this one just to get it open. But my boyfriend and I love these. We use them all the time, and I can wear them out without people noticing that I'm wearing a pimple patch. And then last but not least, to finish off my skincare routine, I will use one of these. This is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I usually wear this at night, but during the day, I use the Fresh Sugar Watermelon Hydrating Lip Balm. So that is my whole skincare routine. But in response to this comment that I got, I honestly don't wash my hair every day. My hair does get greasy. It's completely normal, and you should be ashamed by it. So you should be very careful about what you say to people, because even though that's not my, insecurity, it could be someone else's. So please be careful what you say and just be nice.
Hi, your menu is the absolutely most confusing thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, who did your menu? I'm not sure. What was confusing about it? The print's too small. I can't read it. I don't know what I'm looking at. Your prices are very confusing, and I don't need your help. Thank you very much. Okay, well, you just let me know when you're ready then. I don't need you to rush me. I'll let you know. I want your large potato soup, and then I want a large Mountain Dew with extra ice. Great. Here is that cup for your drink, and let me see. My cup for what now? You're mumbling. Speak up. The cup for your drink? Oh, no, I don't know what your generation is thinking, but I'm old and I'm going to go sit down, so you're going to go ahead and go get my drink. Extra ice, like I said. Okay, I am done serving you today. I'm going to go get my manager and he can go ahead and help you. I'll be right back. This generation is weak. Hey, manager, I need you immediately. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Can you handle it? No. The lady who's at my counter right now, she yelled at me because the menu was confusing. She then yelled at me because my generation is weak. She yelled at me because of a few other reasons, and I'm done being yelled at, so I'm going to have you come help her. Yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with that either. Okay, I'll be right there. Hi, ma'am, how can I help you? Hi, sweetheart. Yes, I was just wanting a large baked potato soup and a large drink, and I'm feeling very tired and a little weak, and I was just gonna go sit down, and I asked your cashier to go grab my drink for me, and she stormed off and came and got you. I'm not really sure what happened. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, I can definitely grab your drink for you. Your total is going to be, let's see, $8.35 today. You were such a dear. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not really sure why my cashier would just run off like that and come grab me, especially if you asked her that. So, but yeah, let me go grab your drink really quick. You go sit down. Thank you. What the heck? Jillian, really? You grabbed me for her. She wasn't even rude. She came in screaming at me. And she was just really nice to you to act like she wasn't rude to me. I promise you, she was so disrespectful. Well, I didn't see that. So whatever way she acted towards you, I'm sorry, but go ahead and help the next customer and I'll just worry about her. Do you not believe me? Seriously? Do we have to watch the cameras? Because I'll show you the cameras. No, I believe you. I'm just not going to worry about it. I will take care of her. You just keep helping other people. Fine. All right, she's all taken care of. You shouldn't have to worry about her. I'm going to go back to my office and finish what I was doing. Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to let you know I finished my food. My food was terrible. It was not worth the money. And next time you grab me a manager, grab me someone more competent than he was. I hope to see you next time. Hopefully the service will be better. This is solely for educational purposes and no hate to anybody involved. I just want to go over a few things that this person may not know. So the first thing I want to address is this person's original comment. They left a comment about how they didn't like a part of my video. Totally fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. But because they left a comment on my video, even though it was a hate comment, TikTok thinks that because you left a comment, because you're interacting with my video, you like them and you want to see more of my videos on your For You page. And so not only did you waste your time commenting that you didn't like my video, you're now getting more of my videos, which is the opposite of what you probably wanted to do. So next time, just scroll or say you're not interested or block me, because then you're not wasting your time and then TikTok won't send more of my videos to your For You page. Second thing I want to bring up is the amount of times a person comments. So if you comment like you did 5 or 6 times, you're just boosting my video. And so if you don't like me or don't like my videos or don't like whatever it is, I wouldn't comment that many times because it's just helping me out and you're wasting your own time. And last but not least, I do want to talk about who you follow. So last night I checked and you weren't following me, which made sense because if you don't like my videos, obviously why would you follow somebody if you don't like their videos? But then I checked this morning and you were following me. So just a heads up, if you don't want to see any more of a certain person, I would unfollow them, click not interested, do whatever you need to do. But again, I hope this helped. I hope this was a very educational video. And if there's anything else you need, let me know. Hi, how can I? Sorry, I don't really need your help. I used to work here. Is Jason still here though? No, nobody works here with the name of Jason. Right. Well, will you tell Amanda she's probably like hiding in the back. She always used to hide in the back. If, I'm sorry, no one works here by the name of Amanda either. Oh, okay. Well, is Tim here? Tim and I used to be like this. We're super close. He used to be the manager. I'm sorry, no, he left a while ago. Well, that's kind of disappointing. They were the only ones who like made my order the way I wanted it because I used to take something off the menu and just like twist it my way. So who's back there who could do that? Well, the people in the kitchen right now have only been here for the past year, but they're super great. And so whatever you order, they'll do a great job. Okay. Well, I just want a Caesar salad, but I don't want any of the Caesar dressing. I want you to mix oil and balsamic vinegar together and then put it on there. And then hold the croutons. I don't want any bread on there. What else did I used to do to it? I've been here so long. Add feta, add tomatoes, and then add red onions. Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Okay, great. I'll just wait over here for it. Wait, you still have to pay. Funny. I used to work here. Awesome. You still have to pay for it though. Well, can't you just put like an employee discount or something on it? I mean, I used to work here. Or better yet, like don't even bring it in. Just go tell the kitchen and they'll like make it for you. No problem. I used to do it all the time. No, I don't do that. So it's gonna be $5 or if you don't want me ringing in, I won't ring it in, but then you're not gonna get the food. Wow, this place has really gone downhill, hasn't it? Fine. All right, here's your receipt. Thanks. And you don't have to tell me where to pick it up because I worked here, so I would know, but you wouldn't give me a discount, but it's fine. Not holding grudges. Great. Hey, Jillian, was that Stacy? Stacy? Comes in all the time, tries to get a discount or free food because she used to work here and she used to know people. Oh, yeah, I'm assuming that was her. Yeah, I don't know if she said anything, but she didn't quit. She actually got fired. She got fired for what? Because she was always late, or she used to give out free food to all of her friends and all of her family members just because, she worked here. Oh, yeah, well, that'll do it. So I get a lot of like rude comments, and anytime someone takes time out of their day to comment something rude, it makes me laugh, but it also ends up backfiring on them because most of them don't know how TikTok's algorithm works. If you don't know what I mean, let me explain. So when you comment something, even if it's rude, you're still interacting with the video, and TikTok thinks that you like the video because you're interacting with it. So they put either more of that creator on your For You page or more of that type of content on your For You page. So even if you comment something like, oh, I don't like this type of video, why is this on my For You page?
It's because you're interacting, and because you're interacting, more of that type of content is going to your For You page. And most of the time, when I see a rude comment, I'll respond, thanks for interacting, you'll see more of me on your FYP. And they will delete their comments because they don't want to see more of my video on their For You page because they didn't like it. So it's more beneficial to just scroll or to block me, because I understand that a lot of people don't like my content. That's completely fine. I'm not saying that you have to, but it's more beneficial and it saves you time if you don't interact at all. So that's just a PSA for anybody who didn't know. For the people leaving nice comments, I appreciate you and I love all of you. That is all. Since my wedding is in a month, I got so many requests on if I'm going to do any wedding drama series. And I was like, what do you guys want to see? And so many of you were like, we would love to see a horrible mother-in-law series. And I said, absolutely. But before I started the series, I did go and personally talk to my mother-in-law. This is her right here. And ask her if it was okay if she was like the bad guy in my videos. And she said, absolutely. She thought it would be hilarious. But so many of you guys are like, oh my gosh, is this about your real mother-in-law? No. She is actually one of the most supportive women in my life right now. She's caring, she's funny, she's sweet. I have been with my fiance for 7 years and I have never once had an issue, a problem with her. So anyway, this is her. Go show her some love because this is not about her whatsoever. Also, if you guys have a mother-in-law story you would love to send me, send it my way. I would love to make a skit about it for this series. So again, just so we're clear, these stories I will be doing are not about my mother-in-law in any sort of capacity. They're actually stories you guys send in that I will end up recreating. So again, go show my actual mother-in-law some love. Hi, I'm going to go ahead and explain something that I didn't think would need to be explained. So you're, on my page commenting multiple times that it's obviously me that's the problem, it's my job that's the problem, because I have nothing but Karens coming into my job. That's just not true. Just because I post about Karens on my page doesn't mean that everyone who comes into my job is a Karen. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have a lot of people on my job who are really nice. I also have a lot of people that come into my job who are kind of middle of the road, not really nice, not really mean. But just because I don't post about them on my page doesn't mean that they don't exist. It just means that I personally don't find their interactions as interesting as I do my Karen interactions that I post all the time. Because it's my page, and if I want to post a Karen interaction and that's all I want to post, I'm going to do it. Also, I see that you've worked in customer service for 30 years. Obviously, you've had probably some crazy people. But just because you haven't had that many Karens as me doesn't mean that I automatically haven't had that many Karens either. Just because something hasn't happened to you doesn't mean you can go around and invalidate my experience just because it hasn't happened to you. So please keep that in mind. But I hope that clears some things up, that obviously not everybody who walks into my job is a Karen. It's just what I find interesting to post about. Part 2, if you haven't watched part 1, go watch part 1 and then this will make sense. So the minute I pointed towards the door and I said, have a good day, this man was like, are you the manager? And I said, no, I'm not. Would you like me to go grab her for you? And he's like, yeah, go grab your manager. And again, still cussing. So of course I go grab my manager. I walk to the office and I go in and I look at the cameras and there's one pointed right to where he was standing and he was gone. He had left. So of course I tell my manager what happened and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Is anybody else involved in this? And I said, yeah, my coworker is. We need to go check on her to make sure she's okay. And so my manager and I both walk out of the office up to the front to check my coworker. My coworker is fine. She's happy I got involved in the whole thing. And I'm like, this man will probably call. He will probably call because he left and he wants to talk to a manager. I'm guessing he'll call. And 10 minutes later, he called. And of course, not knowing it's the dude on the other end of the line, I said, hi, thanks for calling the place I work at. This is Jillian. How can I help you? And he goes, I need to talk to a manager right now. And I said, okay, give me just a second. I put him on hold. I go up to my manager and I said, hey, Zoe, it's the dude on the other line. He's still cussing. I'm just letting you know it's him. And she goes, okay, I'll handle this, and picks up the phone. And keep in mind, we can only hear her side of the conversation, but she ended up telling us later what he said. The minute Zoe gets on the phone, he's screaming, he's yelling at her, he's cussing at her. And she's like, I'm sorry, are you the DoorDash driver who just came in and decided to cuss and yell at my employees? And he goes, I did no such thing, and is still yelling, is still cussing, is telling her that she needs to fix this, that she needs to fire us. And she literally goes, I would gladly fix this situation. I'm going to go ahead and print off the receipt, send it to DoorDash, and have you never come here again. And he ended up hanging up the phone, and she's like, oh, I guess he didn't want that. And so she put the phone down, and she said, I need the receipt. And so I went, and I found the receipt online. I printed it off for her, and she went, and she sent it to DoorDash, and she made sure that he's never going to come back again. keep in mind, if this man would have just waited in line and waited his turn for my coworker to help him, she would have grabbed the drink, she would have grabbed the food and handed it to him. He could have been on his way. But because he decided to interrupt, cuss at her, cuss at me, even after I did what he wanted, and still decide to call my manager and complain because of what I did and what my coworker did, even though we didn't do anything, he lost business because now he can't come pick up orders at our business and he might get in trouble with DoorDash. So just be respectful and wait your turn and don't cuss at people when they don't deserve it. So this person brought up a list of things that I should have done differently, and I'm going to explain to you guys what those were and why I disagree. Obviously, no hate to this person, this is just me explaining. So first thing they listed was that people stop listening to you because your voice is a little condescending and rude. The second thing they brought up is if I would have just apologized right at the beginning of the interaction after the customer had complained that they waited 8 minutes, the interaction would have gone a lot better. And 3, they explained that if the customer asked for the sweetest smoothie, if I would have just said the sweetest one, instead of just listing all of them from sweet to not sweet, it would have been a lot less confusing. So here's why I did what I did. So let's start with this. It's actually the opposite of what you think. I actually don't get condescending or rude to a customer just in general, but if I do, it's because they stopped listening. If I have to explain something to a customer 3 or 4 times because it goes something like this, I'm sorry, we don't have a green smoothie. You don't have a green smoothie? No, we don't. You just don't have one? I've already said no twice. It's not going to just appear just because you keep asking. Secondly, you said I should have apologized right from the start, right after the person complained about waiting in line 8 minutes. The reason why I don't apologize right when that happens is because what I've learned from customer service is if a customer comes up to you and right away starts off with a complaint, not even a hello, just starts off with a complaint, me apologizing is not going to fix it. Because if I would have apologized for the wait, this is what it would have looked like. We just waited 8 minutes in line. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. What can I get for you guys? Can you explain why we waited 8 minutes in line? Well, it is the middle of our breakfast rush, so sometimes that does take a little bit longer in line. How is that my problem? Obviously, that was just hypothetical, but if somebody comes up to me and immediately complains, not even a hello, they're just wanting to complain, the interaction is just not going to go well. And based on how the interaction went, and she ended up complaining anyway, it wouldn't have fixed anything. Also, she did wait 8 minutes in line and complained about it. During those 8 minutes, she could have at least looked at the menu and realized that we didn't have a green smoothie. And last but not least, when she asked what smoothie was the sweetest, and I said it was the strawberry banana, then the mango, then the super cherry, instead of just saying the strawberry banana, the reason I did that was because she didn't even know that we didn't have a green smoothie. So I thought all in one breath, I would answer the question and give her the 3 smoothies that we had. Which, don't get me wrong, I can see how that gets confusing. And when she got confused and said, I want the super cherry, and I explained to her 2 more times that that is the most tart smoothie that we have, and that's not the sweetest at all, and she still decided to get that one's on her. I understand being in a completely bad mood. I understand ordering something and not realizing that we don't have it. But if you come up, immediately start complaining, and are just rude throughout the entire interaction, I'm not going to apologize because you're in a bad mood.
Amateur move. All you had to do was clarify where you want one of those salads for yourself, and definitely not argue with or escalate with the customer after he confronts you. Okay, I'm gonna have you go watch the video again, just really quick. That customer came in and ordered for his family. He then proceeded to ask me 3 questions about 3 of our different menu items. And halfway through answering his second question, he ended up cutting me off. And then after I was done answering his questions, he said, okay, yeah, that'll be it. And I said, I didn't get what you wanted, which was me asking hey, did you want anything? He then proceeded to get upset with me. Then he came back later yelling at me because I didn't get what he wanted, which I then calmly explained to him why he didn't order anything, because he just didn't order anything. The way I handled it was the way that I thought was best in that situation. If you don't like the way I handled it, that is totally fine. But when you are in that situation, which I hope you never will be, but if you are, you can handle it the way you see fit. But personally, if a customer comes up to me and is yelling and screaming at me, I'm literally going to say, hey, this is what happened. Let's go over what happened. So anyway, I hope that explains it. Also, a lot of you guys have been texting me being like, hey, are you okay? I haven't seen you in a minute. I have been severely ill. I'm finally better, so I will be posting a lot more consistently. So thank you guys.
So this person is actually completely right. They said it's too much back and forth, and no customer comes back a week later and says, do you remember me? Don't ask questions. What actually happened is they didn't come back a week later. They came back a few weeks later. And no, they didn't say, do you remember me? They just said, you helped me last time. You asked way too many questions and this is how it's going to go this time. And you're right, it is way too much. I would rather just, have the customer understand, but that's not usually how that works out. But honestly, it's okay that you don't believe me because that probably means that this certain scenario has not happened to you, which you're very lucky if it hasn't, because it's so frustrating having a customer come up to you and tell you not to do a certain part of your job, and then you telling them that that will have consequences, and then when they actually have to deal with those consequences, them being even more upset with you. So yes, I actually had to go back and forth with this customer for around 10 or 15 minutes just for them to understand that those questions are significant and make our lives easier. Obviously, it wasn't a 10 or 15 minute video because going back and forth for 10 to 15 minutes in a video would be very boring. So yeah, unfortunately, this did actually happen, but I hope it never happens to anybody else because it's so frustrating to deal with. Alright, so this is solely for educational purposes and no hate to anybody involved, but I thought I would explain why I do ads the way that I do. So first things first, I will always make sure you guys know it's either an ad or whatever I was sent was gifted. For the ad portion, I will put paid partnership at the bottom, I will put my discount code in the caption, I will put hashtags that say whatever I'm working with partner, and I've even started putting hashtag ad in the corner just in case you guys didn't know. If I'm being sent something and I don't have to make a video about it, but I do, I will put somewhere in there that I was gifted the product. So this person ended up saying hashtag ad up in the corner where it went unnoticed, even though you did notice it because you mentioned it, and paid partnership obscured by the captions. The captions, the automated captions are usually right here. The caption for the video is usually right here, and then the paid partnership is actually underneath where it is very clear. And on top of all of that, this person's upset because I put my ads into my story times instead of just doing a straight up ad video. And the reason I do that is because I want you guys to still get the content that you followed me for. I still want you guys to get the story times. I still want you guys to get the annoying Karen videos that I make, but I still want to do the ads. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll just put it in the story time so that way I get to do an ad, you guys get the story times, and everybody's happy except for this person. Now, don't get me wrong. I completely understand that doing a 3-second ad into my 3-minute video so you guys get a story time and I get to do an ad can be a little bit annoying, but at the end of the day, that's personally how I like to do ads on my own page. And if you don't like that, I completely understand, no problem, but I do suggest you unfollow me and go follow a content creator that does their ads and their content separately, because this is the way I'm going to keep doing it. And I make sure that you guys know it's an ad. I make sure you guys know that whatever I got was gifted, and I really can't make it any more clear. But thank you so much for your comment. These comments are my absolute favorite. So this comment says, "This is dumb. Just give her the cookies as if y'all aren't eating them in the back yourselves." This comment came from the video where this woman was putting things that she didn't want to pay for in the comment box and expecting us to just give them to her for free. And she came in a few times and she was just disrespectful the entire time. So I responded to this comment by saying, well, of course, I get food for free because I work there. So if she wants food for free that badly, she can fill out an application. They didn't like that I said that because they proceeded to leave 3 more comments, just calling me names, which that's besides the point. I digress. But one of the other comments that they left was that I take my job way too seriously. You're close. I don't take my job that seriously. But if you come in acting like we owe you something, like you're entitled to something, and just have an attitude and are treating people just like trash, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you don't get anything for free. Now, keep in mind, I have no problem giving away free stuff. If she would have just been nice, I would have given her the cookies. But she wasn't. She was entitled, rude, and was treating people like trash, and we don't reward that behavior. But if you think I should have rewarded that behavior, more power to you. But personally, at my job, if people come in acting like that, acting entitled, acting disrespectful, being rude to everybody, and still expecting free stuff, they're not going to get it. So obviously I need to clear some things up. This is solely for educational purposes. This is no hate to anybody, but I keep getting comments like this that are like, you stole this video. This isn't actually your content, even though I'm the one in the video. So hi, my name is Jillian. I post story times and skits about my job on the account Little Bean. If you see any other account posting my content, it is stolen content. I only have 2 accounts. I have this one, and then I have perfume.jpg where I post about makeup and perfume. The first thing I want to talk about is my watermark. I post my watermark on every single one of my videos. It says, this video belongs to Little Bean, which again is me. The reason I do that is because if people steal my content and post it on another page, the viewers who see my content on another page can come find me. So if you see one of my videos and it says this video belongs to Little Bean and it's not on the account Little Bean,
it's stolen content. Also, a lot of people were confused about my videos from yesterday. I have decided that I am going to take some of my videos that I posted a while back that don't have my watermark on them, that I have had privated for a very long time, and I'm going to repost them with my watermark so you guys can enjoy some of my old videos and they don't get stolen as easily. And last but not least, I want to talk about some comments I've gotten about the fact that I should be happy that people are stealing my content because it's giving me publicity. As a creator, it's very frustrating to have your content that you work very hard on stolen by another account that doesn't tag you and is making money off of your content that, again, you worked very hard on. So if you see my content and it's not on this account, Little Bean, or perfume.jpg, which is my other one, please just go ahead and block that account because they are stealing content and they are probably not tagging me. I hope this clears some things up. The next few weeks, I will be posting new content and also some of my old content with my watermark on it.
Hi, how can I help you? Hi, I just need a tuna salad sandwich, whole, to go. And can you please heat that up? Sure. Anything else for you? And a large Pepsi. Okay, did you have a phone number with us? What's a phone number gonna do for me? The phone number is just for our rewards account if you have one. Well, I don't have one, so what's the benefit of it? Well, anytime you come in, you order, you use your phone number, and then eventually after you order a certain amount of times, you get free things, coupons, things like that. Okay, that sounds familiar. I think my husband has one. The phone number is 415-361-4431. Okay, oh, for Gary? Yep, that's him. Perfect, and then he actually has a reward on his account. It's 50% off a cookie. Did you want to get one today? No. I actually have a coupon of my own. Oh, okay, well, your total is $7.19 before the coupon. What coupon was it? Here you go. Thank you. Okay, so this is actually for a free sandwich, but it expired back in 2020, so I can't use it. Well, you guys were closed in 2020, so I couldn't use it. So I'm hoping you'll honor it now. So I can't honor it because it is expired. It's 3 years old. Okay, well, that's not my fault. You guys were closed, so I couldn't use the coupon. Yeah, about that. We weren't actually closed in 2020. We just did curbside. So you could have used the coupon in 2020, but I can't use it now. I don't care if you guys were open or closed or whatever you were. I want to use the coupon. I've been holding on to it to use when I came here. I'm here. Let's use it. Again, I cannot use the coupon. The only coupon that you have is for the 50% off a cookie. That's it. Fine, then throw my coupon away and just use that one. Okay, what cookie did you want? Chocolate chip? Perfect. Okay, your total is now $7.77. What do you mean $7.77? You just told me it was 50% off my meal. No, I said 50% off a cookie. And because it's 50% off a cookie that you didn't have on your order originally, the price went up. But you get a cookie for 50% off. Then that's not a coupon if I'm paying more, is it? Okay, so no cookie. Got it. All right, well, your total is the same as before. The whole reason I came here was to use my coupon, and now that I can't, I'm not going to pay for my sandwich. So you can go ahead and just cancel the order. Okay, no problem. All right, the order is canceled. You have a great day. What? The order is canceled. Have a great day. You have terrible customer service if you're just going to let customers walk away like I'm about to do right now. Okay, have a good day.
Hey, I just saw one of your videos. Awesome. And I had a question. In one of your videos, the person who was being rude, what race were they? None of my stories actually have to do with race. They're just conversations. Okay, I get that, but like, what race were they? Because I'm pretty sure I know. Again, none of my stories are about race. Okay, well, they proceed to tell me some generalizations about a certain race. Look, I've had multiple different races be very nice to me, and I've had multiple different races be rude to me. It's not about one race, it's about a certain person who is either nice or mean. Their race has nothing to do with it. Okay, well, that's good to know. Please don't come onto my page asking me about the people in my stories and what race they were, and then making a generalization based on how nice or how rude they were. That's not okay, and that's not what I want on my page. When you started this, you should have known that you were going to get positive and negative responses. They then got upset because I wouldn't answer their question and called me a European reject. So, and this was somebody's grandmother. They have 3 videos on their page, and one of them is them, and it's a grandmother. So this is just a PSA. Please don't come to my page making assumptions on my videos, asking, oh, what race was this person? What race was this person? Oh, this is really nice. Oh, they're really mean, so they're this race. Please don't do that. That's not okay. It's never going to be okay. Making a generalization about a race based on how nice or mean they were is not okay. Period, point blank. Any person that leaves any sort of comment
that is racist or makes a generalization in a negative light about a certain race will be blocked. Should not have to say that, but saying it.